Hello and welcome to Where the Living Room Used to Be, a podcast about Rhode Island's music scene. Hey everyone, it's James. On this mini episode, Joe Bruce shares some advice about how to shift your perspective to unburden yourself as an artist, as well as how to connect that missing link to move to the next level. Hope you enjoy the episode. If you do, please leave a rating or review wherever you're listening right now, or really just tell a friend about Where the Living Room Used to Be. Doing anything as simple as that can really help spread the word and is super appreciated. Thanks. Joe Bruce, with your career in music and the people that you've worked with, is there a particular producer or mentor, someone that's kind of around you that shared a piece of advice that stuck with you that you would like to share with others?
I won't say that. I mean, that has definitely happened. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
People like Chachi Carvalho, even Chip Doug, people I've known for a long time in the scene. They've great influences. But I would say one of the best things I've learned that's helped me with my career, I would pass on to other people. Reading Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. He speaks very heavily on not living for fame after you've died. And a lot of the things that people do is because they're trying to galvanize some kind of fame after they've died and not realize that all these people that are either going to criticize you or praise you, pretty soon they're going to be forgotten too. And so I take that to not take myself so seriously and to not care so much about, the eventuality of things. And that allows me to try new things because I'm not worried about any of those other ones. So I think that's been the biggest kind of lesson that's helped me in my art and just in the way I move.
And when did you start with that? Like, when did you that?
Meditations I read that this year.
Okay. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Cool. Well, it seems like it's, paying dividends already with some of the
shit. You want me to be real? You want to be real? Read your birth chart. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you really, so I got into astrology kind of, it was one of a few different things a friend of mine recommended I learn more about. He wasn't even super into it. But once I did, I'm the most skeptical person I know. So I'm trying to disprove it. It. And I read my birth chart. And a lot of people don't even know now that there's the co-star apps. So kind of they're getting to learn a little bit more than just their sun sign. But understanding yourself more deeply, understanding even why a thing like astrology would become obscure throughout human history. When you talk about religion, you talk about they're killing people just for saying they don't believe in something, let alone being a witch or something. There's a lot of reasons why we think about astrology the way we do, even when it comes to love columns in the magazines, and that is just not it.
Yeah.
So when you're able to give it an objective shot and you realize you got to study it for some time to be able to actually understand what we're talking about now. It just holds different weight. And so for me personally, it's helped me a lot. Like I said earlier, with timing, understanding that just because I want something to happen doesn't mean it's the right time for it. And that's just understanding the big clock of things, the big time, So I would say if you're at least open, learn yourself, read your birth chart, talk to somebody who actually has studied it for years. There's astrologers who've studied 20, 30 years, and they just laugh when somebody says, oh, astrology is not real because of this. It's like, you just picked that up from somebody. You haven't really looked into it.
Yeah.
So I only go into that because I've seen it help so many people. I've read someone's birth chart multiple times. They're sitting there crying because they're like, how the fuck is this? How are you reading this about me? Absolutely. My personal first experience reading my birth chart, it took 40 minutes. And I remember everybody in my house was sleeping. And when I finished it, and I didn't know anything about astrology this time, I just read it like paragraph form.
Okay.
Finished it, and I looked around. I'm like, who the fuck is watching me? because it's not just like, oh, you're outgoing, it's like shit that I've never expressed to somebody. And sometimes when they say, oh, it's just so general that anybody can relate to it, I disprove it in a heartbeat, because I read my girl's chart, I read my daughter's chart, I read my mom's chart, I read my brother's chart, I read all my coworkers' chart, I read this chart, and it's like, they're so different. Your chart does not apply to me. And vice versa. So that goes out of the window very quickly. You just have to start to try to disprove shit. I was on the side of trying to prove that astrology was fake. And that's what made me realize, wow, there's a reason for us not knowing. When you don't understand yourself, you're easily swayed. Easily swayed. And I think that's, trust me. They say millionaires don't study astrology. Billionaires do. So that, I think that tells you enough. Yeah.
Gotcha. But with regard to your own music career and, what you've gone through from, working with different producers and how you've written and stuff like that, you might have kind of brought it up a little bit earlier in the interview, but is there a piece of advice that you would share with someone that's kind of coming up, like what, so just like they don't make the same mistakes as you or whatever, that type of thing, is there something that you would, kind of pass along with that?
Yeah. Vibrate next to good people, just be around good people, be genuine, learn what it is you bring to the table. That's very unique. It may be small at this time. You know what I mean? Like, you may be doing a lot of stuff that everybody else is doing, but you may do something very unique, even in a little way, and just try to exploit that. It's all about carving your own space. So that, and once again, back to Marcus Aurelius, just like, don't take yourself that seriously. You'll open up a lot of space to be here right now, and enjoy yourself and help people, and just, that's my advice.
Cool. And what would you say inspires you? Like, it could be with your own music, or it could just be, a little bit more about like what you're talking about, just like in life. Is there something that really moves you?
Just getting better. I have like a climb in the mountain mentality. So
I gotcha. Yeah.
There's things sometimes it's like not even music related. It's like, how do we get better at marketing it? Because I've been hurt, just like so many other artists, making music that I believe in, and then it's not heard. Like, nobody likes that feeling. So as much as I didn't want to, even in the beginning, start an Instagram or do all these little things and learn how to market, in the long run, it's what's helped me the most. The music's happening naturally, but if you strengthen your weaknesses, you got a better shot. And one of my main weaknesses was marketing the music. Most of us artists have that. So yeah, just that kind of thing. Finding out what you got to do, to improve upon, which is as simple as that sounds, but like, a lot of us will continuously do the thing that comes easy. And we'll hide under the fact that we're working hard. That's what I would do for a long time. I realized that I write every night. It's like, yeah, because you can do that, but there's some other shit that would help you out a lot more if you just pulled up your pants and learned. You know what I mean? Bought a book, read that book. You know what I mean? That may be what you need at this time. So I forgot what the question was. I start rambling all the time.
No, just things that inspires you. Yeah. So no, you hit on that.
Yeah, just getting better. Just getting better. And also like a true, like what inspires me to make a song is the music 100% of the time. Like some people write and then they go find music to go with it. I never do that at this point. Maybe when I was younger, but now it's just, let me hear it, because ultimately it's about the end game, and the end game is going to have a lot to do with that music. So what music do you have for me? Let me see if I can just compliment it. Let's find something that's already dope, and I'll compliment it. It doesn't really have to be about me being some kind of guru or overpowering the music with my lyrics or my pen. It's more or less about how the song's going to make you feel, and then from there, I'll try to say something.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I got you. Well, this is, it's enlightening, I'm definitely in the category of people that I have not really explored too much with astrological signs or following any of that stuff, but things that are, maybe more akin to that of just, finding out more of who I am and, self-inventory type stuff. But I'm definitely going to get into that. So I appreciate you sharing that stuff with myself and everyone that's listening. And yeah, thanks for just, passing along your own experience with this stuff. It's super helpful. So thank you, Joe.
Oh, you're very welcome, brother.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for listening. For quite a few years now, Chachi Carvalho has been curating an art and music festival called Culture Shock. Joe has performed at this event a couple of times, including last year, which pivoted to an online stream. The show was really cool, so I wanted to share that performance with you here and invite you to check out the entire program, which will be linked in the show notes. Also follow Culture Shock 401 on Instagram, as there might be some, exciting news coming very soon. Enjoy.
You only live once, so why you trying to die faster? Okay. Yeah. Water. Yeah. Clockwork on the beat. Look, I wish you knew that love is really just deep understanding. Word to J Love, I wish you could understand it. I don't wanna stop time, I wish it was infinite. So you always had time, I know you'd always wanna listen. I wish I could be cool and not being in control. I wish you didn't feel you had to be up in the know. Learn more about your soul than the people on your phone. Gotta learn until you're old, and I hope you learn some more. See, it's deeper than the surface, deeper than where you grow. But do a lot of that. To evolve is to go, to evolve is to know. I wish you didn't fit in boxes, I wish we all dreamt big. I wish you knew they couldn't stop to see. I wish you knew that everything is never as it seems, and what we have in common outnumbers and exceeds anything that could divide us. I just wish that you were free. I know we can make it happen. I just wish that you could see that everything is never as it seems, and what we have in common outnumbers and exceeds anything that could divide us. I just wish that you were free. I know we can make it happen. I just wish that you could see that gay people are just like me. They just like you, and it's just not cool to treat anybody lesser cause they just not you. I wish tolerance could be our constitution. If I got $1 every time I heard hate, I would wish it all away, wishing on a better way. Cause it's more than a rat race, it's more than the present. She's more than an addict and he's more than a peasant. It's bigger than the Senate, it's bigger than Congress, bigger than the president. It's all about progress. I wish billionaires didn't operate the news, or we cared more for love than for likes and for views. It's a whole new world, questions are the same. Where we come from, will we visit this again? But we focus on division, never seeing this a game. See, I wish you saw the truth so you never feel the pain. Man, I wish that you could see that everything is never as it seems, and what we have in common outnumbers and exceeds anything that could divide us. I just wish that you were free. I know we can make it happen. I just wish that you could see that everything is never as it seems, and what we have in common outnumbers and exceeds anything that could divide us. I just wish that you were free. I know we can make it happen. I just wish that you could see that. What is peace, and should we strive for it? Should we go to war? Should we die for it? Although it's difficult to reach it, if you had the chance to see it, would you be willing to open up your eyes for it? Grieving mothers cry for it, religious leaders lie for it. And I know if I sat in the sky, I shine for it every day, even when the cumulus were in the way. Put it at the highest peak and I trek miles for it. There's more up above, there's more than the blackout nights in the club. You only live once, so why you trying to die faster? Takes a little longer if you try and walk backwards, bro. In my time, there's some places that I have to go. Got a pocket full of wishes that I have to blow. Think wisely, thoughts become things. I wish you knew there were some things that you probably have to know. Like everything is never as it seems, and what we have in common outnumbers and exceeds anything that could divide us. I just wish that you were free. I know we can make it happen. I just wish that you could see that everything is never as it seems, and what we have in common outnumbers and exceeds anything that could divide us. I just wish that you were free. I know we can make it happen. I just wish that you could see that. Yeah, well, I just wish that you could see that. Yeah. Culture shock, railroad, house. Dream up today. Now what could we dream up? We dream up today. If I can get the whole world to start dreaming with me, if I can get the whole world to start dreaming with me. See, I wish things just never happened. Hope we change the world we're rapping. Wish these wishes for my daughter. Wish I had my grandfather, man. I wish I had my father. I know everything is meaningful, but we've been walking days. Hope that we could find the water. I see everything collapsing. Only love can bring the order, not law. When I ask you how you are, and you say you're not sure, I wish nothing more than knowing what your heart beats for. I hope you're living for a lot, and then I hope you live for more. And I'm gone. Yeah, but then I'm gone. Let's do this again. Culture shock, right? House, railroad, beatbox studio, Vertigo in the building, WBMG, 401, all day, every day. That's all I got, man. That's all I could. I'm not as cool as I wish I was going to be when I was a kid.